Hello everybody. Today we are in Marshfield, Massachusetts, and we are at the mansion of Daniel Webster. He served as the 14th and 19th U.S. Secretary of State, and he was a U.S. Senator and a U.S. Representative for both New Hampshire and the state of Massachusetts. He was a very gifted lawyer, from what I understand, and Daniel Webster bought the mansion at 238 Webster Street from Nathaniel Thomas in 1838, and along with that came 1,000 acres of land. Unfortunately for Daniel Webster, his house burned down in 1878. Now, the new house that he built was built on the original foundation, but it wasn't him who built it. It was his son's widow, because his son, Fletcher Webster, died in the Civil War. So Fletcher's wife built another mansion on top of the original foundation. Now, Daniel Webster died on October 24, 1852 at his Marshfield house. He was 70 years old, and he died from a traumatic head injury after being thrown from his horse-drawn carriage. But he was a big partier, and the people of Marshfield used to see him carousing and drunk all the time. So he had a big alcohol problem, and when he had an autopsy done, he was also pretty much dying from cirrhosis of the liver. So this is Daniel Webster's mansion, and enjoy the video. Museum part of the house that they used. This was his jacket. And I guess when he was living here in Marshfield, because he went from D.C., Washington, D.C. to here, I guess he was quite the partier. He used to carouse with the men and flirt a lot with the women, and they were glad when he left. So he used to really tear up the town, hit all the bars and the women. That's his wife, his second wife. This is what the original house looked like. Obviously it don't look like that now because it burned down shortly after he died, and then his son rebuilt it. But this is what the original house looked like right there. Similar, but not the same.
Yeah, people are here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Poland Museum. The architect was William Preston, who designed it. So, the night of the fire, Caroline, who was Webster's daughter-in-law, Caroline Story Webster, was living here, and she had two sons who were here. And the story is that they carried these memories of, supposedly, Webster brought them on a short trip he made to France and brought them home. He was part of the treaty which separated Maine and Brunswick. And he was dealing with Lord Ashburton, and he wanted to do that diplomacy with him. So he went to France while he was in England. The stained glass windows, top ones, except for the medallion in the center, which got shot by a shotgun when Billy Last moved the house. He had not very much wood for the building. And horse's head over the
door.
on the medallion in the center. It looks like a W, but it's not. It's the Libra.
A bridal?
No,
Or
forget
ring?
it. I got two of them on the bottom.
Okay.
That had to be replaced because it had a baby hole in it.
Oh.
The fireplace is original to this house. Probably this chimney was kind of the old chimney system. The tiles were made, and the tile company did their repairs. And we had to replace one of them. It's $1,500.
This one?
Just one. One example is it cuts right across the log, is cut in like a clockwise surface. The only addition to the original house is this bay over here, which makes this a Queen Anne style house. And pretty much everything is donated, we had a lot of silver because the younger generation doesn't want to polish it. There's a fireplace in the room above. When you go to the fireplace, you've got a smoke chamber, and then this vent goes up that side. The one above goes up straight, then they go up side by side. This is, let's see, somebody did all this, this is ours, the glasses are not ours. But they believe that third grade is going to show two more classes, I think. And they're showing how properly set it. And of course, the man of the house could sit here so we could give directions to the servants from coming into the kitchen. This is a bucket. And this is where the dishes and silverware and glassware were kept, and where the reels were dished out of here. Kitchen, this is the basement.
This is the pantry.
What's in there? Is the closet? Like the tables and stuff?
Oh, they modernized it a bit, huh? Very nice kitchen.
The kitchen and the decorator show house, the kitchen company, did all of this cabinetry and appliances and left them for us.
Nice. Same dishwasher I have.
Dishwasher,
Yeah.
we have replaced that and the refrigerator.
Yeah, same fridge. Well, you guys got good taste. And this was a fireplace, huh?
It still is a fireplace,
yeah.
because
I
the
got
floor
this
is
in here.
rotten.
Ah,
It's a killer edge.
all right.
We
Okay.
didn't really use to,
Just trip line, yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
Nothing like a little lawsuit.
There's a little lady whose family owned the house, bought it from the Websters. And so Pacific or wherever they've been away for some time, they would take a pineapple and peel it on the gatepost. So come in and hear my story. There's another suggestion. Could be that Mrs. Sea Captain was entertaining gentlemen on the way. It was also a symbol for them to stay away.
Ah, yeah, that would make more sense, actually. Yeah.
Now, Caroline, the lady who had the house built, was a little lady, and I don't think she could get her hand around this banister. So the architect put this, it's a ship rail. And the kids come through and they think that's a rolling pin.
That's what it looks like.
Hammer crazy. That happens when you live in Marshfield. Can I ask a favor of you?
Sure.
I left a book down on the table inside the door.
Okay.
The buffet.
Yeah.
Between that,
The front door?
the buffet.
The buffet?
Go further.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. This is sort of our gallery of family members. This is the man himself. Again, you never see him smiling. This is his first wife. She died. And this is his second wife right here. His daughter and son. This is his second wife.
Is this his daughter?
That's Caroline. And every picture of Caroline was totally different.
Really?
I think you may have seen the one down in the museum with
Yeah.
the cat one. She looks like the upstairs maid. And this is Caroline Leroy from New York. She had money.
And who is she?
And she,
Who is she?
Caroline Leroy.
And who is she to the
She was the
Websters?
second wife.
The second wife,
His
okay.
first wife died, that she's over there.
This is the first wife and she died, okay. Alrighty. It's a beautiful house.
And she, Caroline probably would have taken her meals up here.
Yeah.
And this is his daughter Julia. He had a library out, way out to the side, and she had designed it, but that was not replaced.
So that's Daniel Webster's daughter.
That's his daughter.
And this is
He
the
had-
son.
That's Fletcher, and that's Edward.
Edward.
Edward died in the Mexican War.
Hmm.
She died of tuberculosis. What was it, breast cancer she had. His remains arrived the day of her funeral,
Oh, wow.
and he went out and planted brother and sister elms out front. Fletcher died in the Second Battle of Bull Run in the Civil War.
Right.
Did-
The decorators came in and the rooms don't necessarily cohese because they were all done by different decorators, which raised money to straighten the house out with the rest. There's a little thing over here, kind of interesting. When the ladies combed their hair, and the hair that came out, they would put it in there. And then maybe use it to embroider a picture or something.
Oh.
I recently saw one of the papers like all embroidered with hair. And the brother and sister elms have been replaced because of course they died of Dutch elm disease, but we have different ones. There's one straight ahead here and then one on the other side. That would, they were on either side of that evergreen. And kids love to come in and see the mermaids in the Cape Cod trough.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So this is the original house right here, and wow, look at all the land he had. Wow. He was the only thing out here at the time, huh? Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not wallpaper,
It's just painting.
it's just painted,
Oh, yeah.
and then you
Sure.
put tapes down and polyurethane down. And this is a spinet desk, because it's like a spinet piano. And these chairs were in the attic, and Tav Smith, the local,
The nice chairs.
decorated them, and I did the seats.
Nice. Did a good job.
So,
A lot of work.
that's hard to do.
This floor's nice too.
I didn't do that.
You didn't do the floor?
No, didn't do the floor.
Well, whoever did it, they did a good job.
And this is Caroline's kitchen. Okay, the two tiles in the center are identical to two tiles in the Mark Twain house in Hartford, Connecticut.
It's a pretty vivid scene.
What's happening? Is it a bird?
It's kind of a bizarre sort of scene. We're not sure what it means.
There's something, there's a dead bird here.
Bird.
And then there's a bunch of naked boys looking at something.
Elves or boys are dragging him somewhere.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. But they're the same as in the Mark
There's
Twain
the
house.
those
Okay.
two are also in the Mark Twain house.
Why did they pick that? We just don't know. Okay.
It must have some significance. Okay, this is a fire screen, and it keeps people's faces from getting overheated by the fire. And that's why it is. This chair came from this house originally. That little lady, I think I mentioned to you, was up in Maine, the one who put the 15 cats in. She had that reupholstered. But the N9s are one of three known sets. One is in the Smithsonian, one is in Maine, but we have the only one with a swifter. It's not a poker. It's designed to keep the ladies' hoop skirts from drifting into the fire. And these are called heart andirons. And you know what this is?
Yeah.
The bellows, yeah. And this was Caroline's room. I think the people who bought the house from the Webster family, from the other family, put in this floor
Nice.
and some of the others. And this was Caroline's dressing area. Probably was not a bathroom.
Yeah.
And that would have held all of her clothing and more.
Oh, so it's like a walk-in closet, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we had weddings, we suggested the bride use this room, so we have that nice big mirror for them. And pretty much everything you see is donated, unless I point out otherwise.
So when you have events, are people just like sitting on everything and touching, like all that stuff in there, they can just sit on it?
It's okay to sit in there.
Yeah.
You know, we bring the third graders to it. Every so often, one kid will jump on the bed. You know the old poem, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite?
Yeah.
It's because you want the ropes to be tight. And the bed bugs might be in the mattress, especially if it's straw.
Gross.
There's another picture. There was a lady who had done numerous pictures for Webster, including little things they used to pin on their shoulders, or cap lapels. And she went to Washington, and I'll show you the picture of herself there what she looked like. But this is his death scene, and I'm sorry. Oh, it's out. Well, that's her picture that she did. This is Daniel, of course. And I think there's a thing up there that I think might be his first life. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it makes sense. He's got George Washington. His father had fought with George Washington in the Revolutionary War, and at least at one point was assigned to walk around Washington's tent all night long for several nights.
So when Daniel Webster died, he died in Marshfield?
He died in Marshfield.
So this would be the house, not the exact house, but the house that was here before it
Yes,
burned?
yeah.
Okay.
And he may have been, I think I said, responsible for starting the Marshfield Fair.
Yeah.
This is son Fletcher. These are his doctors. This is his nurse. He had slaves. They were all freed on his death. This is Caroline, the lady who had this house built. These are her sons and her daughter. Her daughter probably died in this room the year that she sold the house. And she had been married, her husband had died, and she had one child who lived for several weeks and died of smallpox. The lady with her hand over her face is Webster's second wife. Next to her is Caroline's sister. And let's see. Oh, this is Julia's widower husband and Julia's daughter. Julia died before. Next to him is his niece. His wife did not even come to Washington until after he died. He had delivered a speech in January, and he got a cold, went into pneumonia, and he died. And this is Webster, and he was Secretary of State at the time. So he sent a client out, an employee out from the State Department to tell John Tyler that he was to be president. Just happened to be Fletcher Webster. It's a sewing cabinet. Opens up like this. Put all your little stuff in here and there. And whatever you work on can go in here. And that picture you saw downstairs is probably going to hang here. Or left something in the other room. The one bathroom in the house, and that was a bathroom.
This is the bathroom.
The tub is
And those old clawfoot tubs.
I think she said I'm doing there.
Oh, okay.
I want to see this room.
Yeah, this is neat.
This is,
Wow, kind of freaky.
3 artists, 3 weeks to get this room decorated.
Can we sit here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. This is nice. This room.
Yeah, the walls are supposed to represent book bindings. And the ceiling supposedly imitates the
this guy.
ceiling in the old Senate chambers in Washington, D.C. And I think these are have some significance, and I'm not sure what that is. We have
These chairs are comfortable.
collection of books from one of the last of the Hall family that owned the house after Webster, after Caroline Webster. And then he sold it to Mr. Cohey, who ran a day camp here for almost 50 years. And there's a statue behind Webster on this, just vaguely you can see the statue to his left. You're right. Yeah. That's still in the Massachusetts State House.
What's this?
Oh, when you leave here, I recommend that you, at the end of the driveway, take a right, and the next right is Winslow Cemetery Road. That's where the Webster family is buried. Go all the way down the street. And at the first entrance to the cemetery, go up and you'll see an enclosure. And when they were fixing it a few years ago, they gave us one of the spikes that was used for it. So that's where that came from. And I told you about the artist lady who came to Washington to give him a self-portrait. Which, that's where they come from. Now, going to the museum, I'll make sure they-
All right. Now, how many acres did Daniel Webster own? Like, I know there were miles and miles of land he owned.
It was at least 180 acres. He owned from the water all the way up to the river where the golf course is.
Yeah.
He owned Black Mount and he owned Webster.
Really?
Winslow.
Wow. You can see they had a well here at one point, huh?
Then they were putting electricity in the law office, which we don't have a key to.
Yeah. That's the law office right there.
So you can probably
Oh, yeah? Well, let's take a look. This was Daniel Webster's law office. He had a separate building for his law office because he was a lawyer. And they don't have the key to get in there, but that's it. Hmm. 18th century hand-dug well was uncovered during the restoration of Daniel Webster's law office. It was used at the Thomas Webster Farm 1774 to 1878, Marshfield Historic Commission, 2018. It was used at the Thomas Webster Farm, 1774. Wow, so this right here, this well is from 1774. That's amazing. Yeah.
And they were putting electricity from here to there. They discovered that.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, look at the old buggy. Huh. This was first class travel back in the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I took my wife Grace. Blackmount. Huh, that's where I live. make a visit to Plymouth. So he was going to Plymouth, he would have took this little buggy here. About 9 miles from home. The transom bolt broke. The body of the carriage fell to the ground. Huh. Daniel Webster sloop, that was his boat.
That's the mast.
Oh, this is the mast, the original, really?
Yeah.
So there's the mast on his boat, and here's the original mast right here.
Right.
That's incredible, still here. Touch something from that long ago, it was crazy. Huh. Wow. There's all the old tools. Oh, here's what you were talking about in the picture.
Yes. Yokes.
Yeah. And that would be this for the oxen.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh, look at this little plate they got here.
That came from a house in Weston.
Really?
I don't think the years are accurate.
Yeah. Nice. So beautiful grounds. Beautiful home. Let's get that shot in there. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's nice. Beautiful. To keep the grounds nice. Nice. Catherine Marr, 1942 to 2016. Take flight and soar. She probably gave a lot of money to the restoration of the Daniel Webster house. So that's the only thing I can think of. Oh, now here is an old tree. Look at this. This tree was probably here when Daniel Webster was here, only it was probably a young tree. A little tree. Not anymore. Wow. That is an old tree. Grandpa, great-grandpa, probably great-great-grandpa tree. All right. And here we are at Daniel Webster's grave at Winslow Cemetery in Marshfield, Massachusetts. And we are going to find Daniel Webster's grave, and we have found it. Right here is Daniel Webster's grave. Senator, Secretary of State, lawyer, and resident of Marshfield, Massachusetts. That is his grave. Daniel Webster. See what else they got around here. They got like plaques to Daniel Webster, like this isn't his grave. His grave is right there. But they have plaques commemorating him. He belongs to the nation whose union rock-ribbed. He so largely wrought beloved son, class of 1801 of the college he loved, his defense of her independence on the Dartmouth College case before the Supreme Court of Chief Justice Marshall made her right to the independence a constitutional cornerstone in America's heritage of free institutions. Erected by the trustees of Dartmouth College, which is where Daniel Webster went to school, Dartmouth College. And there are some very old graves here, but the bottom line is we are here to see Daniel Webster's grave, and we have found it. It's an interesting grave. Let's just take a look at this. Stephen Merrill Allen. April 15, 1819. He lived until January 19, 1894. But this, right here, this little hill, is the grave of one Daniel Webster. His bones are right in there. Daniel Webster. It's an old cemetery here, very old. I'd say this tree right here, which is very, very old, it looks like, was probably a little sprout when Daniel Webster was buried here. And again, there's where Daniel Webster's buried. Winslow Cemetery, Marshfield, Massachusetts. So that'll be it, folks. That's the Daniel Webster house. If you like the video, please give it the thumbs up on the YouTube. It's very, very important to give that thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you know people who would like this channel, have them subscribe. I'm at about 650 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000. And it's been a struggle. So if you like the channel, thumbs up and subscribe. And that'll do it for now. Over and out. The vlog is over. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, we got some bonus footage. Bonus footage. I just stopped when I seen these turkeys. They were just hanging out, so I just figured we'd come over and say hi. You never know what you're going to get on this channel. Yep. All right, turkeys. Have a good day. I'll leave you alone.